And Myers to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. First carry now for Trey Sermon. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Garoppolo now. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Wilson. They'll find Everett there, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Play action. Now Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf, 54 yards. And the Seahawks on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
After reviewing the play, the rule on the field is reversed.
So that challenge, a successful one. Trying to punch it in with Collins. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Alex Collins taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll run with Sermon to begin the drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's fake run on first down.
His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Sermon now on 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Garoppolo. This one caught by Kittle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Garoppolo looks to throw. That's complete out left to Ayuk. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Blesson Austin. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, no doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw caught here by Metcalf. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the...
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Alex Collins with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Seahawks lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays, and it was finished by the touchdown run from the 15. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. San Francisco's offense returns to the field, and there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Got a man, that's Trent Sherfield. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Garoppolo. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That goes for a gain of 31. On the handoff, Sermon. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, They're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell. The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Wilson now with a handoff to Collins. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And all the way inside the 15. 44 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Gerald Everett there to make the grab. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 21-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes...
And now Garoppolo lost the football, and the Seahawks have recovered.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and it is 28-0. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. The Niners on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Garoppolo. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Oh, why are we doing this?
Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Wilson gives to Collins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Here's Wilson. And he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the route is on here in this first half. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On second down, another shot for Sermon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 52 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff, Sermon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. And this is not something they want to see. George Kittle, such an important piece to the puzzle, is still down here. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now a throw here to his running back. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
The drive starts with a completion, left side. Room here to run. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On 1st and goal, Collins. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Alex Collins on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and it is 42-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the 2nd quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. Wonder if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone.
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so because the run has been very effective for them.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. From the gun, Sermon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Now Garoppolo lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Bobby Wagner, the all-pro, in on the tackle. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Garoppolo. This to the outside, it's Sermon. And he goes out right around the 39. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Garoppolo on first down. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. That's complete to Dwelly, his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On first down, Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And out of bounds right around the 20. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Looking to throw again on second down. Garoppolo. He's got Ayuk once again. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Completes it to Samuel. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Here we go. Wait, 80! Wait. Here we go. Mark 56.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. That's complete right around the 8. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. That would give to the big fullback Juszczyk. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk as the first half is winding down. And the Niners are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Check. Listen.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3 yards remain for second down. Now it's Wilson. That's complete to his running back. He's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome, everyone, to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. He's over 300 yards passing already. How high can he go? To find out, let's kick it back over to Brandon Gaudis and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They run with Collins. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th.
And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will extend this big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
On second down, it's Sermon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now it's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Here's Collins. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And again, it's Collins. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Alex Collins taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks are running away with this one. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the foot.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 75 yards. And the Niners, they eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Gold with the extra point, so they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30. Here's a 1st down run with Collins. And here he'll get that one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
119 yards on the ground for him now with 4 touchdown runs tacked on. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Alex Collins punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will extend this big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And they'll run the toss here with Sermon. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the third time. Picked off at the 38, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead will swell by one more. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Garoppolo now. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Garoppolo able to find Samuel there for a Niners first down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Garoppolo now, first down throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down. Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Alton Robinson picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And out now come the Seahawks. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsauer? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us, stretch this thing out a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
They go again with Collins. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he's brought down. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those And
he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DJ Dallas. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will extend this big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Darrell Taylor in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Another try after the 1st down sack. Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Garoppolo looks to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
Right.
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
On 1st down, it's Collins. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk 1st. This is Collins on the handoff. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. 2nd and 9. Wilson. tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And the Niners are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
To throw again on second down, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. On the ground, it's Dallas. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, this will be Dallas. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Out of the gun, handoff to Dallas. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now Myers for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moment. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and